Some breaking news tonight, and this is an update to a story that we talked about just about 30 minutes ago at the top of Fox 40 News at 6 o'clock tonight. So, the State Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation has turned convicted serial child rapist David Allen Funston over to law enforcement officials. So, this after the Placer County District Attorney announced two new charges against him today, including a felony count of lewd or lascivious acts against someone under the age of 14, and then they issued another warrant out for his arrest.
Right, hold on.
Officials say Funston, age 64, was supposed to be released on parole today under the state's elderly parole program. Backing up to 1999, Funston was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms plus another 20 years after being convicted of kidnapping and sexually assaulting young kids, all of them under the age of 7. In the past week, several lawmakers and law enforcement officials had spoken out in vehement opposition to Funston's release. We'll have a whole lot more on this story as it develops throughout the night tonight.
What if
Why they put out?
I'm sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Know what we said?
So why did he get out?
So it was a bill that signed by our wonderful governor, where the bill was to revisit, like, yeah, for over a certain age. I think it's over 50, another opportunity. And so this is actually news to me because it said he's supposed to get out, but they found some other stuff that keep him in there. Let me know what you think about that. About people in that situation who've been there, for a long time for something egregious, and they're given another opportunity.
So he was.
Like when we play it again.
I heard it. I
Oh,
just he was in there. Then getting out, and they got to get charges.
you breaking up a little bit.
So he was in there, and they found more charges. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Um. Yeah. I mean, how I feel about people like that is, yeah, they should everything. You know? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there's any rehabilitation, for people like that. To be honest, I mean, once you know, do something like that to a kid and you've been arrested for it, I don't think there's any coming back from that. So, I don't know if we have to take these people and put them in Alcatraz or whatever. I don't know, but it's yeah. I don't have any type of feelings or sympathy for it. Now, I don't know if we consider that a mental health issue because it's not really treated as such, because these people go to jail. And I don't know what type of rehabilitation that they have, for people who are, as they call it today, attracted to minors. That's what they call it today. So, I'm not really sure, um, how you go about rehabilitating someone like that. If you just had them in jail and you're not having any type of mental evaluations, you know, and maybe they are. I don't know. I haven't been to jail and I don't know what that process is, for that. So I couldn't speak to that other than just my personal opinion on it. And yeah, I don't think that's something that, you know, anybody wants to have around them. And even in a society, like they have these days to where they have to let you know that there's those types of people living next to you in the neighborhood. And it's one of those feelings to where it's like, yeah, you always want to have your kids close to you or around you because if you don't, they will take every opportunity, like a predator, you know, to take advantage of that. So yeah, I don't see where there's a place for them in terms of there being any type of societal place that they can make a difference positively. I'll say that. Um, and this is just part in the fabric of our society. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people like that. You know, um, all throughout our society, and that's something that people haven't addressed fully, but it's been kind of something that people have just been kind of brushing over for years and years and years. So yeah, that story doesn't surprise me, and I'm glad he's not getting out. Because if he had charges and they found some more charges, that means yeah, he did some things that he probably should have been in there for the rest of his life,
Yeah,
and
just
that's all that happened.
okay. So yeah, so just to add more context to it, so he was serving 3 life terms,
Mhm.
he was serving 3 life sentences, and so
You're right.
in my mind, like, why is it that he's offered the possibility of parole? And I think to your point, just really said it. Like, there's certain things that I don't think people should get out for, you know, and like something like this to do something to a child. Yeah, it happened a long time ago. But from what I heard also that they said that he was still having fantasies about kids. Bro, so why is it that he even is thought of to be paroled?
Because
And
I
this
think it's
is
older or
go ahead.
something. Under like the elderly something
Well, yeah,
program
yeah,
or something.
yeah,
That's
I
what I
get
think
that.
he
I
was
get
getting
that.
out for.
Yeah, I get that for something over 50. Let me see. I want to play it again so let me see. History. Um Yeah, these students are coming in the room, so I was kind of like not
Okay.
focused fully.
All good.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to a drop area anyway.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Share. Here.
Story that we talked about just about 30 minutes ago at the top of the news at 6 o'clock tonight. So, the State Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation has turned convicted serial child rapist David Allen Funston over to law enforcement officials. So, this after the Placer County District Attorney announced 2 new charges against him today, including a felony count of lewd or lascivious acts against someone under the age of 14. And then they issued another warrant out for his arrest. Officials say Funston, age 64, was supposed to be released on parole today under the state's elderly parole program. Backing up to 1999, Funston was sentenced to 3 consecutive life terms plus another 20 years after being convicted of kidnapping and sexually assaulting young kids, all of them under the age of 7. In the past week, several lawmakers and law enforcement officials had spoken out in vehement opposition to Funston's release. We'll have a whole lot more on this story as it develops throughout the night.
So that's even like wilder than me, bro. That's hella wild. California's elderly parole program allows inmates 50 or older who have served at least 20 consecutive years to receive special parole suitable hearing. It focuses on reduce recidivism risk in aging inmates, excluding those with death or life without parole sentences, sentences, eligibility criteria 50 plus, 25, 20 or years or 60 plus with 25 years served, exclusion individuals with sentence process, the board hearing. Let me see when this was put into place. who who established who put this uh program. So here are the key entities involved in implementing the program. Three judges, three judge panel, um, Coleman, Plata, and versus Newsom. On February 10, 2014, the federal court ordered the California Department of Correction and Rehabilitation to implement a new parole process for inmates aged 60 and older who have served at least 25 years. California legislation AB 1448 in 2017, the legislation passed Assembly Bill 1448, which went into effect January 1st, 2018. I'm trying to see. Let me see. That's like Governor Jerry Brown. The program was implemented under Governor Jerry Brown administration as part of the long-term plan. That's done. So whoever said Gavin Newsom, they were incorrect. But Jerry Brown, that is crazy. And unfortunately, the thing is that these type of things get voted in, and the way that it's worded, like he gets a pass. He has 3 consecutive life sentences, but apparently, you know, it's not without the possibility of parole. And I just think that this needs to be revisited. This is something that for people like that, we need to rethink it and because this is just in my opinion, for you to still have those thoughts, if that's the case, because again, this is coming secondhand, then that's not cool. And for what he did, like children are precious, and a lot of these children's lives are probably damaged forever. And from when I thought about talking about this, it was reported that he was getting out, but now it looks like they found 2 other charges, like he got some warrants and stuff like that. So, um, if you see into his face, man, he's like smiling in his photo. Look, let me see. I thought I was sharing it. The dude is smiling in the photo, his mugshot. Like, come on, bro.